Howdy fellas, hoping you're having a good week. Just learned today that the Goex plant down in Camp Minden, Louisiana has exploded again. What I've gathered so far, it was a small explosion, but it was enough that they evacuated the plant, and I'm sure they probably shut it down. So I don't think they ever got back up to full speed as far as their distribution from what I could tell, and I'm sure that will slow everything down again as far as the availability of that brand of black powder, which you still have Swiss and Schutzen that you can find, but I'm sure it's going to affect the prices of what you can find and probably availability, because there'll probably be some panic buying. A lot of people have taken to making their own black powder, which is all well and good if you have the space and the ability to do it. By all means do so, but just be very careful or you could wind up like that plant blown up again. I don't think this was as bad as the explosion in 2012 or 2016, but nonetheless that'll probably slow everything down for a while. So just bear that in mind. Also, this is something you probably wouldn't see on your mainstream media outlet, but about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, a month, Secretary of Defense issued a directive authorizing U.S. military forces to use lethal force in the assistance of state and local law enforcement agencies, which it's the first time that I'm aware of that's ever been done. And also I learned this morning that some of the large insurance companies, Cigna, companies like that, have put a clause in their exclusions of coverage that they will not cover injuries or sickness as a result of war, declared or undeclared, insurrections or riots. Now I find this very, very unusual and very, very disturbing right here on the eve, more or less, of a national election. I don't know what this means. It may not mean anything, but it doesn't look good. And like I said, of course, you're not going to hear things like this on the Channel 4 News, okay? It's something that's going to be on the internet. And these things that I've said are not conspiracy theories. They're from well-known channels on YouTube that do their research. I've actually saw pictures of the actual Department of Defense document giving the authorization to troops, which it's sad that it's all come to this, but you want to bear that in mind and be vigilant, keep yourself safe, and I always appreciate you watching, and by all means, keep your powder dry, mind your top knot, Pilgrim.